Is your family struggling with today's political climate and trying to get along? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about family estrangement and how to reconnect. Hey, it's a political atmosphere that is really challenging, and today's climate feels more divisive than ever. Political disparities are strained, and breaking these close family ties is definitely happening. We're going to explore these political views that can create deep rifts and offer steps for rebuilding those relationships. I'm Marie Morin. I'm a therapist and a wellness coach. Let's get started. So let's be real, okay? Family disagreements have always existed, but the political beliefs that are tied to values make these conflicts seem a lot more exacerbated and a lot more intense. Amplifies these issues, these core beliefs, okay? And social media, selective news sources, they kind of create echo chambers where we keep hearing things that we want to hear, reinforcing our own beliefs, giving little opportunity for us to hear about other people's beliefs. Today's divisive issues include things like immigration, social justice, climate control, all of these things and more. These can lead to family members who kind of feel like they're on opposite ends of some really opposing beliefs, and many feel judged or misunderstood, of course leading to strained relationships, communications, and in some cases cutting off. So here's some things that are going on. Political disagreements have led to significant numbers of family breakups, with around 40% of Americans reporting ending relationships over their political differences. Let's go through some real-life examples that include a mother and their adult child drifting apart over maybe climate policy, or a young man's relationship with his parents deteriorating because they are in favor of one candidate and the parents another. How do we navigate these respecting different views and getting to a place of understanding? Well, one of the ways is practice active listening. And I'm not saying any of these are easy to do, but it's listening without judgment. How about that? What if we listen to different opinions, and rather than try and convince someone or state how ignorant they might be or say insulting things and be contemptuous, we just listen. Guilty as charged, okay? I've tried to help people see the light at times, and I am regretful of that and have gotten a lot better. In fact, there are possibilities where you and your family can come to a place where you set boundaries about politics. Ideally, it would be great if we can have these discussions and no one would get upset or heated, but it does happen. And when these things happen and people are heightened in the way that they feel, their reactions can be insulting or damaging, and things can get bad quickly. You know what? We're going to agree to not talk about political discussions because it's a little messy and we have a hard time keeping our cool. But instead, we're going to focus on things that we like to do, things that we're interested in. We're going to do things that bring us together instead of set us apart. We're going to acknowledge common goals. What does that mean? We're going to remind our family members that we have shared goals, right? Like, we're a family. We want to be together for the long haul. We want to learn how to get along despite our differences. And in time, if we practice this type of respectful behavior towards one another, we could become more likely to say, hey, I really want to hear what you have to say, and I want to be curious about what you have to say, as opposed to going to the next level of getting agitated, upset, or stonewalling the other person. What if things get really escalated and difficult and somebody says, hey, I'm done with you, I want nothing to do with you anymore? Let's talk about the fact that successful reconcilers, these are the people that went back into the relationship and they were able to sift through their differences by saying something and doing something like this, okay? I am not going to expect you to get my version of what I believe is true, and you're not going to expect me to do the same, and we're going to agree to disagree and focus on a forward-facing relationship rather than all these things that we think you're mistaken about or I'm mistaken about. So that's one option. That's what successful reconcilers are able to do. But what if the other person is like, no, I don't really want to talk to you right now, and you are still interested? Well, here's some stuff that you could do. You could reach out with empathy. You can reconnect with this focus of mutual respect. What does that mean? You could say, look, I hear you. I want to hear what you have to say. I don't want our differences to come between us. Can we have a conversation? You can foster positive interactions. What does this mean? It means like, don't talk about the divisive stuff, okay? Talk about things that you're interested in. If you're both football fans or baseball fans, do that. If you're a foodie, do the cooking thing, but get off the topic of politics. And you want to describe to them a desire from you, a genuine desire to understand them. You're going to want to just lower your defenses a little bit. And you could say something like, hey, I'm willing to listen. I want to hear what you have to say, and I want to learn more about what's going on for you and why this is important. Okay, this is not easy. It takes a lot of skill, especially if you're very heightened about it. But if you come in cool and not hot and not heated and not upset, this is all possible if you decide beforehand. You could do some deep breathing. This is coming from someone who can easily get upset, offended, and feel hurt and all that. And I have had to learn how to say, okay, the family relationship is a lot more important than how I feel that they are totally wrong on this issue. So I take a deep breath. I say, okay, it's going to be okay. I talk myself through. You could do the same with this type of effort. A little bit of intention of, hey, my relationship with them is more important than me being right. My relationship with my family is a lot more important than me having to convince them that they can't possibly be on the right track and they are totally mistaken. I believe that if we could do these things, that we can agree to disagree or agree to be respectful. Or both, which would be absolutely amazing. So what is the next step that we could do? We can focus on the importance of having a common ground. Let's face it, family relationships go so much deeper than political beliefs. But what about focusing on shared values like kindness, loyalty, love? These can bridge the gap with this political divide. You want to talk about traditions, like if you've recently lost someone and you're planning on a holiday together, you could talk about your traditions. You could talk about the things that strengthen your family bonds, the things that you have in common. Look, political views can cause temporary rifts, but families can reconnect by being respectful, having boundaries and love, and focusing on empathy, understanding, having curiosity for each other. Rebuilding isn't always easy, but we can do it if we have patience, mutual respect, compassion, and we can restore some of this just like core value of wanting to be in relationship with the people that we love. And maybe even we all can be strengthened in this divided world. I hope this video has been a help to you. If you're in the midst of a family rift and you haven't been able to see your loved one, get my ebook, Feeling Heartbroken and Alone, How to Pick Up the Pieces When You're Estranged. It's a real comfort. All you got to do is go into the description box, and don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell. See you in the next video.